What's going on, everybody? Good afternoon, and it is a pretty good afternoon as it turns out because we just got the injury report from the Seattle Seahawks, and we've got some game statuses for Sunday, and it couldn't be much better. And maybe this isn't particularly surprising after what we saw yesterday, but let's go ahead and take a look regardless. John Boyle with the latest. Let's just zoom in on the stuff we care about, which is the game statuses for game day. As you can see, we have three players that are out, three players that will not play. We got Brady Russell, Trevis Gipson, and Kayvon Wallace, who still hasn't been activated from IR yet. I'm a little bit wondering why Kayvon's taking so long to be activated from IR when he's been able to practice in full for a while now, but he wouldn't play very much even if he was active, so it's not like that is going to really make any kind of an impact. And yeah, I don't think I need to tell you guys why this is looking pretty favorable. Brady Russell barely plays. He plays a few snaps a game. Trevis Gipson doesn't play at all, even when he's healthy. So even if these guys were healthy, they'd probably be declared inactive for game day. So looking good. These are the three players who are out. And doubtful, nobody. Questionable, nobody. That means everybody else is available, right? Like Ken Walker, Geno Smith, AJ Barner, Noah Fant, DK Metcalf. There's no concern here. Oluwatimi, Charbonnet, Trey Brown even. Trey Brown looks like he's available now, I guess. So life's good. Life is good for the Seattle Seahawks in terms of health. Um, Obviously, there are other problems with this team beyond just health, but injuries, can't really point to injuries right now as any kind of an issue. So we don't know who exactly participated and how much they participated in practice today, but I'm not too worried about it. The important part is we're getting our players that we need in this game. And they're close to 100%, right? This is not a situation where I understand they don't have the probable designation anymore, but the fact that none of these guys are even being listed as questionable before game day tells you that for week 16, this is about as good as it gets. All right, so that's the Seahawks side of things. It's good news. Can't ask for much more at this point. And hey, we need it. We need it for this game, which is a very, very tough matchup against this Vikings team. And speaking of the Vikings, we can go over to their X account. We can take a look at their injury report. It's actually also very short, although slightly more impactful. You've got two players listed as out, Fabian Moreau. Not a starter for them, but potentially relevant, Fabian Moreau. And Jalen Redmond, who was actually a relatively important player for them. He didn't play a ton of snaps, but he was playing, and he was actually playing at a very high level as a part of that defensive line rotation. So they're not going to have him. He's still in concussion protocol. And then they got two players who are questionable. One's a fullback, CJ Ham. Not something that they're unable to survive without, of course, but worth noting, I guess. I mean, we're down our fullback, right? Brady Russell's kind of our fullback. And Harrison Smith, which that would be a big one. Worth monitoring going into game day here. So, not terrible, but a little bit more concerning than what the Seahawks are dealing with. Well, let's put it that way, right? They're actually potentially missing some important players that provide significant value to that team. Brian O'Neill, not listed here, is notable. So he's clearly ready to go and pretty much 100%. So that's worth noting because he did get hurt last week and go back in the game and was limited this week, but it looks like he's good to go pretty much no matter what. I would still say that there might be some vulnerabilities there because they're already missing Darisaw. And also, like Dallas Turner's not listed here, even though he missed a little bit of practice this week. But yeah, that's that's about it. So I don't think there's much more that I need to say right now. We've got our squad. We've got about as much as you could hope for right now as a Seahawks fan, and go out there and win, or the season's probably over. All right, see you guys later. Go Hawks. Probably another video coming later today, and yeah, have a good day, everybody.